Hi, welcome to the Taste of Health. This is a new partnership between Veggie and St. Elizabeth Healthcare. I'm Lindsay House, dietitian with the St. Elizabeth Weight Management Center, and this is Chef Larry Anderson.
Hi.
Hi, what are we doing today?
We are going to do a vegetable dip. Most people like vegetables. People like a little bit better with dip, so here's a quick and easy dip that we can do.
Perfect.
So what I've done previously is I've cooked off some onion. We're going to add that into our food processor. It's about one medium, and I've cooked down. And then I'm going to add some sour cream, some light sour cream.
Would this be important to have kind of pre-prepped prior to guests coming over?
Yeah, because you would like to let it kind of hang out a little bit, give it some extra flavor to it. I think it's just one of those things to always have.
You know what I like about vegetable dip too, is your carrier, as in the name, is a vegetable, which saves you a lot of calories because pretty much what's carrying your dip is calorie-free.
Definitely.
So, versus chips or pita bread.
So what I've added is some fat-free feta cheese to kind of give it some nice salty bite to it. And then I've got some spinach that I've thawed and squeezed out all the juice, all the water to it. Okay. And I'm just going to give it a quick whirl in the food processor here. Start to get it incorporated. Then I'm going to add about a cup of buttermilk. This is low-fat buttermilk, kind of give it a nice tang to it. And then I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper, just a little bit. And I'm not adding salt because the feta has got a lot of salt to it already. So, and then just because it's spinach and I like a little bit of heat, just a pinch of cayenne pepper.
Is there any specific vegetable that you recommend with it, or really just cut up any?
Carrots, celery are always, your first go-to. It's a good way for broccoli, cauliflower, even zucchini if you like it.
So just go with colors.
Give this another whirl. All right.
Well, it's definitely pretty. It's green and festive, so this would be a good one to have out at your holiday party.
Next, I'm going to show you how to do an apple cranberry stuffing. So what I've got here is I've got a pan that I've got medium-high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of oil to it, just a little bit of olive oil. I've got about one medium onion that I've diced up kind of small, along with about 3 to 4 stalks of celery, diced up small again. And I just want to get them cooking a little bit.
While you're sauteing, I just wanted to reemphasize our partnership that we've started with Veggie and St. Elizabeth. And it's just really our opportunity that we all believe strongly that knowledge is power to get these health tips out to the public.
Definitely.
And make them aware. And the fun part is they come here and they get to learn these recipes, the nutrition tips, and then they get to immediately go out to the grocery store and purchase what they need to bring the healthiness into their own home. So
Awesome.
It's really exciting.
Definitely. All right, Lindsay, what I've done is I've added a little bit of salt.
Okay.
I'm going to add some mushrooms to it. I'm going to saute these up a little bit. And I've got one apple. Now the apple you can choose a Granny Smith, you can choose a Gala. What I've got here is a Gala.
Okay, and you left the skin on?
I have not left the skin on. I've taken most of the skin off anyway.
Okay.
And I just want to saute this up so everything's all nice and soft. And then in the meantime, what I've taken is about a half a cup of dried cranberries and about a half a cup of unsalted chicken stock. Put it in the microwave so it'll plump up a little bit, kind of give your stuffing a little extra added flavor to it. I'm going to set this aside here. And what I've got in here is I've got a little bit of black pepper. I've got probably about a teaspoon of thyme. I've got 2 teaspoons of rubbed sage and a little bit of black pepper. Mix that in.
Do you ever believe in too much seasoning, or do you normally like to spice up your recipe?
I do like to spice things up, but the one thing that I have to say I do like is I really kind of watch the salt. I really add a lot more pepper, like pepper and garlic.
Okay.
I love garlic myself, so I do use a lot of garlic, a lot of onion. But I think that's another great thing too, is season your food well. And it does taste really good. You don't need all the extra salt.
Let
to
your
go with
guests
that.
do their own salting
Exactly.
if they want it.
All right, so I've added that. I'm turning the flame off here. And what I've got here is I've got 10 slices of a low-carb bread.
Okay.
I'm going to add this into it.
Low carbs bread, using that as a really good example too of just a quick way to cut out a lot of calories as well as carbs. Typically you can get 2 slices of bread for the same calories as 1 slice would be if we used a regular bread. So that helps a lot.
All right, so we're just going to mix this up here. Let's not forget our cranberries that we've hydrated. I want to add 1 beaten egg. Kind of give it a stir here. Kind of see where the moisture is. Now this is where we're going to go add some more of the unsalted chicken stock, which there are a lot of products out there. Make sure you get the one that's unsalted, because otherwise you can run into a lot of sodium in your chicken stocks and broths especially.
That's really good to know. And you did not dry out your bread. Your bread was...
My bread was actually pretty fresh.
Okay.
If you would like to use some older bread, it's just going to soak up a little bit more liquid and it's going to turn out just fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a little bit there, kind of give it a stir, and this is where you can kind of judge, do you like your stuffing a little bit soggier, a little bit softer, or do you like a little bit more crustier? I like mine a little bit crustier, so I'm going to kind of leave it like that. And so I've got a dish right here that I have sprayed, and I'm going to put the stuffing in here. And then in your preheated 350-degree oven, you're going to put this in there for roughly about 30 minutes. And you want to cover it with a little bit of foil. And then, once that is done, take the foil off and let it sit in your oven for about another 15 to 20 minutes. And it'll give it a nice brown, crispy topping if you like that.
And since we cheated today, should we show them the finished product?
Definitely.
All right, and so pretty and colorful. We're excited to see you at future Taste of Health events. If you get excited about this recipe and you'd like to learn more, please visit our website.